What's up, Spikelings? The stream's only source of entertainment, Esther here, welcoming you back to the Shark Typhoon. Today, we're changing things up with actual jokes and some real joy in the stream. So sit back, relax, and get ready to have fun for a change.
This a little bit though, but I do think I'm locking in on starting with the evoke creatures and then maybe also trying to play a all humans build. Once again, lost all my points. No, you won as a doubter. Oh, wait, you won. If you doubted, you won. Okay. I have all these Tide Shapers in the sideboard against Tron. I'm sure they pitched a Subtlety. Is Delny good? Delny's a lot worse than this list with no Thales Lieutenant. Yeah, this build is just kind of all in on assembling Satoru plus Norin and then using those cards to Subtlety Solitude your opponent out of the game. I think it makes sense. I don't actually need this many Champion of the Parishes or any Champion of the Parishes anymore. Since, like, Ranger Captain could only get Champion, so we played it there because we needed, like, juice to get, but we actually don't need it. Can we have one Reflector Mage? Maybe, because like I actually don't think Champion is good now that we have Recruiter over Ranger Captain. Yeah, Delny is also like, if Delny triggered Solitude twice, it would be pretty good. Aspirational Sentinel could play Sentinels. We could cut an Ephemerate and play 4 Sentinels. Yeah, Champion's okay with Norin, but it's just kind of off plan because like we can build a Champion of the Lieutenant, a Champion of the Parish, Thales Lieutenant build that's more aggressive, but this build is just trying to like beanstalk your opponent, kind of. No, we can't cast Tiny Bone Jones up. It won't work. Yeah, Champion of the Lieutenant give us a clock, but we just kind of don't need a clock if we draw 1,000 cards and just pitch them out of the game. I know Delny would trigger Skyclave. This pitches the both. I think, okay, I'm locked in on the first Reflector Mage. Let's play a Jirina. So we can have main deck Graveyard Hates. There's been like a good amount of graveyard decks. Eternal Witness. Kind of seems like... Yeah, actually seems awesome. Seems perfect. Although, can we cast it? Can't cast it, really. We have to have Vial or Cavern plus Ziggurat. Is that okay? Vial seems unnecessary. Vial seems incredible in this deck. You're out of your mind. Out of your mind not wanting to play Vial, I think. I don't know. It's good. We're Imperial Recruiter Norin the Wary Satoru deck. I don't know. Is Subtlety even good? I don't know. Okay, let's do this. Locking in. We will just cast... We also have a Reflecting Pool. We could maybe play a second Reflecting Pool. I don't know. Dude, the blue-white Linvala is good against 0 decks, I think. It's good against Cascade, but Cascade is not very popular. And you have 4 Meddling Mages already. Sorry, Lavinia. I think the card is just so like good against almost nothing. It's not good against Tron. People like always think it's good against Tron. Like it used to like stop Karn Liberated. Now it's just like you have to wait a turn. You have to wait a turn before playing Karn the Great Creator or the One Ring. But you can still play your Oblivion Stone. Okay, I'm gonna try to probably play second Reflecting Pool. Yeah, Ewit rebuying Ephemerate just gives you like the sick late game. Because Reflecting Pool, yeah, let's play second Reflecting Pool. I don't know if I'm gonna cut a fetch land or what. A Charming Prince. I think with 4 Ephemerates, like we just, I don't know. Charming Prince is kind of weak. We have the Ephemerates. Let's not play it. You could play it. Maybe you should play it. 3 Horizon lands. The mana is too stretched. We are 5 colors. We like, I don't know. We don't have the luxury of playing Horizon lands in this deck. No, we're not. This build is not really humans anymore. We have, no human payoffs. I was playing Ranger Captain here and then Champion of the Parish, so Ranger Captain can get some juice. But Recruiter, I think, is just has to be better. Just has to be better. I really want to have this basic island or this basic plains. I think I'm just gonna tank these Field of Ruins. You can maybe play an Orvar. I got an Aether Vial, so we'll go Ancient Ziggurat. I'm not going to register Genesis Chamber. I've totally forgotten how to spell Satoru. Chicks the tier 1, thank you, welcome back. Use no reason. We'll build a more humans-focused build at some point. I want to start here. It does feel like Recruiter to like really give consistency to your plan is nice. Like here we get to go turn 3, cast Recruiter, grab Satoru, Violet it, and draw a card. And then maybe also evoke Solitude. Like this hand is kind of sick. It is so all over the place, but beautiful. Hopefully my opponent is tuning in to see how sick my hand is. Just have Godless Shrine chilling in here. What do we name with Meddling Mage, y'all? Do we save it to pitch to Solitude, maybe? We can name Cranial Plating. We can name the Synthesizer. I don't think I'm that scared of the Synthesizer. Zugart is terrible with non-humans. I mean, catches any creature. Yeah, let's name Thought Monitor. Pretty good turn 1 from them. Norin plus Satoru plus Frodo Baggins. Name the wrong cast. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. Kind of cool. Don't have a strong opinion, I guess. Okay, let's take 2. Satoru blocks Frogmite pretty well. Satoru, the Infiltrator. I'm gonna attack for 2, I guess. How do you win? I attack for 2 10 times. So we'll see if they go crazy with Synthesizer. It'd be kind of cool if both players just did their thing and we just saw who won. I mean, if you want to Aether Vial or Aether Spellbomb this, you can. Think that you are punting, opponent. Yeah, there's the Synthesizer. Is this going to be 3-mana Scry 2? Are they going to dump their hand in... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, if they have a companion or Mirror Enforcer in their hand, they can't play it, right? They're 1 short. So they have to have Frogmite. They're trying to pay cost. They're 1 short because they attacked with the Frogmite. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's so funny. Okay, I think we're going to go for Norin if we don't draw it here. Okay, we did draw Norin. So I guess we'll start off with Recruiter. And then let's go ahead and just draw a card before we tutor with Recruiter so we know what we want to grab. Lots of options. I guess I'll grab Reflector Mage. Could just grab another Recruiter too. Let's actually grab Meddling Mage and name Sojourner's Companion. Delny. I didn't. This build, I think I didn't end up playing Delny, unless I'm just totally missed it. But I feel like I'm just gonna name Sojourner as a companion. So, oh, I'm gonna try to. There it is. That has to be their last card, or one of their last cards here. Dude, we're freaking doing it right now. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy right now. Yeah, imagine they have Mirror Enforcer. Oh, we drew Ephemerate. Okay, new screenshot. A new screenshot. Now this is an updated state of Modern. No, we played the Magna deck last week. This is our first match here. Draw me 2 cards a turn cycle. You're gonna gain a lot of life, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna Solitude Ephemerate. I guess I'm gonna target these two first. Because maybe I want to try to Reflector Mage. Yeah, we'll go Solitude Ephemerate, kill the little creatures here, draw 2 cards, rebound Ephemerate on Imperial Recruiter, find Eternal Witness. Oh my gosh, we're freaking doing it, bruv. Need to text Harry, actually. Bring back Norin, draw a card, untap. We draw an Imperial Recruiter. So I guess I can just grab Reflector Mage now, and I can recruit her for Eternal Witness. Yeah, let's just go. Let's just grab the Reflector Mage. Keep this Vial on 3. Vial and the Reflector Mage. Subtlety, nice or irrelevant. Goodbye. Oh, I guess our Norin has been gone for a little bit. I could have Meddling Mage here. Let me just grab the Eternal Witness. Let's go. First game with the deck too. There's a vision here. There's a vision. Recruiter isn't drawing 2 cards here. I drew a card on the Vial. I drew a card on the Rebound. You don't draw... When you just cast Reflector Mage, you don't get to draw a card. Isn't that unfair? Yeah, you could play Avalanche Riders, maybe like in the sideboard. It's kind of slow. Yes! My opponent telegraphing this Adjoiner's Companion was like... definitely really nice. Goodbye, Norin. See you at the end of turn. Bring a card with you. Bring a card with you. Trigger. This doesn't trigger off constructs. It only triggers off Frogbite, Mirror Enforcer, other synthesizers. If that's what you're talking about. Oh, if only we could end just right now. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the Lorans. I'm going to bring in War Priest. And I think because I have War Priest, I don't necessarily need Tideshaper as like a way to kill Sagas. We could play 1, like 3 answers to Saga. That's kind of a nice number. Subtlety seems kind of garbage against them. They just like put a 0 mana creature on top or bottom, you know. Jirina looks not that good though, so maybe play 1 Tideshaper. Can we beat Ensnaring Bridge? We have Lorans. Avalanche Riders is a human. Again, we do want to build a humans build a deck at some point. I guess Unsettled Mariner is also pretty... Not doing anything. Subtlety probably at least better than that. Even though our blue card count is way... not that low at 13. I don't really like Giant Killer. Giant Killer probably shouldn't be in the board anymore, actually. That was for our Ranger Captain. Is it just infinite combo just value? We get to Ephemerate every turn, so it's part of like closing out the game in a way they can't win. Ariarch Champion for Norin value? Maybe have 1 in the 75. I mean, 1 life, or 2 life a turn cycle isn't like crazy in today's modern. Maybe has never been crazy. Or do you agree a white card might be better than Subtlety? I mean, we have enough white cards, right? I think so. Let's just get weird with it. Alright, gonna go to 6. Painful to mulligan and Aether Vial. Yeah, I remember Sun Droplet. I mean, Burn was just like the most popular deck in Modern for a long time. Yeah, the old Deputy of Detention tech. I guess we're still playing Caverns. So what is this synthesizer card called? I think I'm gonna Meddling Mage it. Simulacrum synthesizer, right? That's gotta be it. So looking for a Satoru or an Imperial Recruiter. I think they don't have another. Oh, maybe not. Come on, Satoru Recruiter. Don't have any surveillance. Can this deck be Elshnorn? You could Meddling Mage name Elshnorn or Creativity, I guess. Solitude it. Think there's more strong cards than the average set? Yeah, for sure. Average set doesn't have nearly this much. So I feel like I leave this on 2, because if I draw Satoru or Recruiter, I'm happy I left this on 2. Opponent grabs a Shadow Spear. An Ephemerate would be interesting. My opponent plays an Otawara, then thinks. They needle my Aether Vial, so I guess I don't have to worry about that anymore. At least for now. Maybe they'll name Flooded Strand. I'd be pretty happy if they did that. Alright. My turn again. Whatever. Not whatever. Yeah, I don't think I'm unlocking the vial though. I think I'm just killing a construct. And then I don't know if I'm gonna take 6 or if I'm gonna chump block. Chumping seems fine, because then I get to just witness it back. What is Beans the title referred to? Up the Beanstalk. I guess if they equip the Shadow Spear, which they're somewhat likely to do, we won't want to block. Alright, I've taken 9 before. I'll take 9 again. So looking for Ephemerate. Okay, end of list. Another Solitude. Breeding Pool for their Haywire Might. Name Human again. Don't know if I'm going to tap this or not. We'll see. Like, my average draw is probably better than their average draw. They saw Solitude last game. It should be super telegraphed here. When I'm human over elemental. I have a lot more humans than elementals. I've got harder cast humans. I can resolve. So I'm not playing around a counterspell here. I guess I could play around a counterspell by naming elemental, but then I also telegraph my Solitude even harder than I already am, and maybe I would get to block a Midnight otherwise. I'm gonna draw a card with Loran, or we're both gonna draw a card with Loran. Something. Be a lot better if this vial was unneedled. So I can maybe if I draw a land, I can go witness back Loran, kill Needle, Vial, and Recruiter, grab Satoru, go from there. They equip a Shadow Spear onto the Midnight. We're at 5 life. Not wanting to evoke Solitude, pick it up, then hardcast. There's a Needle on the Vial. But I would also still hardcast and then pick it up, right? After blocks. Would not evoke here, still. So this only gets enchantments. Kind of our anti-Urza Saga card. So funny to me that we're casting Eternal Witness. It's our 1 green card and it's double green, but I think it works. And I'm probably gonna Meddling Mage Thought Monitor. Guess I could have made this uncounterable though, but they didn't have a counterspell last turn. Should have made it uncounterable. Looks like they maybe have a counterspell. Bummer. This was their top deck for turn. Embarrassing. So let's probably trade a Witness for Min-Might. I think there's a pretty good chance they have a Synthesizer in their hand at this point. Yeah, huge punish. Doesn't Dawnbreaker Cleric have more utility than War Priest? I guess maybe the utility matters more than just being a 2/2. Dawnbreaker Cleric doesn't have a lot of utility though. It's like gain. The other modes are like gain a life. Does it exile a card from a yard? Is that the third mode? Does it gain 2 life? Enchantment, exile card. Yeah, I guess so. I was thinking like I had the War Priest in the sideboard when I was thinking this build was going to play Champion of the Parish, but now that we're not, maybe you're right. Okay, there's getting into the flying 1/3, huh? So I'm at 4 life points. My opponent has 4 cards in their hand. They play a Treasure Vault, 3 cards in their hand. They are moving the Shadow Spirit over to their Min-Might. 39 life points also. That is a lot of life points. So I cast Imperial Recruiter. Oh, sorry. Cast Loran. So I can Vial and Imperial Recruiter. And then I think I'll probably go. Well, maybe I should just cast Satoru now. Yeah, why not? Let's go. Yeah, let's just go Violin Recruiter, grab Satoru, cast Satoru with the intention of ticking up the Vial to 4 next turn, so that I can Violin the Subtlety and draw card and get the ball rolling. Yeah, I should maybe have an U for Kataki because of all the affinity stuff. Although, let's let them have their fun for a little bit. We don't need to be that mean. I guess you have War Priest to kill the Saga, thankfully. 4 cards in their hand. Are they all synthesizers? Not one of them is a Springleaf Drum. We move the Shadow Spirit over to Ornithopter. I go down to 3 life points. And start attacking with Satoru. I guess they can actually double block here, huh? So, oh, yeah, sorry. Do take this up. My brain is all frazzled today. Yeah, I actually don't want to attack with any of my creatures. I want to draw an Ephemerate and then bury them with Eterna Witness Loran. Extraction is good enough in this list. It has some utility. It can't. I really hate that card. I think that card is bad and overrated. Has been overrated forever in the context of Modern. Is like somewhat playable in other formats. But it's a card that just gets suggested so much, and I've played it some, and I've always felt like it's a pretty mediocre 3-mana creature. So draw a card with Satoru. Maybe this one will name Elemental. Probably should draw a card with Loran. I just have so many top decks: Ephemerate, Norin the Wary, Norin the Wary. That let me just start getting the ball rolling really hard. Yeah, I was just thinking that the 2/2 was more important, but I think that's more true for the prior build we were playing. Okay, it's going to take this up to 5, I guess. I'm going to go and main phase Vial this in. You need to be worried about... Okay, now nothing, but I did need to be worried about cranial plating. Guess I could just grab a... Like, what do they do if I just Meddling Mage cranial plating here? I guess I could find out. Let's find out. Don't love that I don't have anything up, you know. Should get Norn 100%. I mean, I can get Norn on the Ephemerate rebound. I like 100% is not true here. I can get Nora next turn though. I can just do everything next turn. I can rebound the Ephemerate on Witness, draw a card, cast Ephemerate on Recruiter, get Norin, draw, Vial and Solitude, draw. Yeah, I could lose to Nettlecyst, but I haven't like seen that in any of the lists because of Synthesizer. Although maybe they should be playing it with Synthesizer because it triggers it. Okay. Undefeated. New match, huh? We're on the draw. We don't have an Aether Vial.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Let's give it a go. So we do have Subtlety against Titan. We also have 4 main deck Meddling Mages, which is something. Mirror Pool into play. 4 cards left in their hand. This is a new Explorer art from the Fort Warhammer set. I feel like I've seen it, but it's just not recognizing it for some reason. Okay, so we get a tapped fountain. Oh shit. I didn't realize. For some reason I thought we could cast the Satoru. Oh, shit. Okay, we can't cast Satoru. The mana is it's tough. It's tough, but just tough deck, brother. It's all you gotta do. Can menace past Grazer. Modest, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. Welcome everybody. Satoru is a pretty silly card. This matchup should be pretty okay. We have 4 Subtlety, 4 Meddling Mage main deck. We've got Tidebinders in the sideboard, Tideshapers in the sideboard. We have War Priest of Thune, Loran. Probably okay. Don't say that often with decks like this. Are getting ringed, I suppose. Satoru can keep up with the ring, which is kind of a funny thing to say. I'm probably going to go Recruiter for Norin if I don't draw like something a bit more relevant. Yeah, let's get Norin. Satoru on the Dimir control deck as ring alternative. I think you need more than just Griefs and Subtleties for Satoru to be good, but Satoru is really sick sometimes. Isn't Satoru just dying this turn when I grab Norin? It's not dying this turn. I'm going to Subtlety their Titan. Or Subtlety their Dryad. Four cards in their hand. Passing back. Also, Mariner can protect us. We may, because this gives me hexproof. Okay, interesting. Don't need to Norin yet. Let me see if we draw land off the Satoru trigger here. Extra Norin. Could be good to just Meddling Mage. I kind of want a Meddling Mage named Dryad of the Elysian Grove, and then we can Subtlety a Titan this turn, and then rebound Ephemerate, Meddling Mage Titan. And then lose to Cultivator Colossus, potentially. What if you only want 1 Norin turn up? Maybe. A lot of people think that. I'm definitely starting with 4, where I think like you want to be able to go turn 1 Norin, turn 2 Satoru. Like this is like one of your nut draws. I think you just want to do that as often as possible. Yeah, Fury would have helped him. So they found a second amulet. What in the format kills Norin? Liliana the Veil? Sometimes. It is hard to kill Norin. Usually just kill the other stuff. Yeah, Ballista can. Ridden 6 can. Yeah, this deck is wild. First game was crazy. Yeah, abilities kill Norin. Bowmasters does it. It'd have to be against a draw trigger, not and then you'd have to do active player, non-active player stuff. Yeah, Containment Priest gets it. Plague Engineer. No one can attack. Well, it can attack. Just can't deal damage. Lavinia is awful. This card is much worse than Meddling Mage. For some, I don't know why the card is so beloved, but it just like it used to be okay against Tron. It isn't good against Tron. It's good against Cascade, and that's kind of the end of the list. It isn't usually good against any of like the Incarnation decks. It is just like one of the most overrated cards in Magic, I think. You have 5 mana left after this. It's good in Vintage. Okay, Vintage is good. And Modern is quite bad in my opinion. It is a really beloved card. People don't like to hear that I don't like it, but I have to speak my truth. Yeah, I guess I can just Solitude their Cultivator Colossus and then Meddling Mage named Titan here, and then what can they do? Meddling Mage off the Ephemerate, of course. Maybe the card was good at some point, but it hasn't been good in a long time. Okay, second Meddling Mage. We can attack to flicker the Norin. Don't have to cast it. This doesn't really matter. Okay. Nice to be playing a deck that is just main decking 4 Meddling Mage against Titan. They're not winning, right? Like, what are they gonna do here? Maybe I should discard a Norin. Doesn't really matter. Because I'm just gonna Solitude their Cultivator Colossus, and then they can draw their deck, but they can't cast a Dryad or a Titan. It's game 1. They shouldn't be removable. I guess they can have Otawara. No, they can have Otawara. This Membrane isn't gonna really happen. Yeah, I guess they don't always have Otawara, but they probably do have it here. It's pretty stock these days. Yeah, they can't mirror pool. Yeah, maybe setting up to mirror pool Cultivator could have got the job done too. You have Jirina to give Meddling Mage hexproof. Well, I didn't have the time to do that, right? But you wanted me to do it. I see. Guess I'll just time out. Yeah, I should have pitched a Mariner. They need Slayer West to win. Yeah, they have the Slayer West. We are likely dead if they have the Otawara, which they probably do. Depends on the magnitude is viable long term. If MH3 potentially, MH3 is going to change the format in a big way. I can't like guarantee you that the deck will be playable post board. I like it. I'd play it again. I'll keep working on it. I can't really offer you anything more than that. Yeah, World Souls is not super common. I mean, my opponent isn't conceding, so I think they'll probably find the Otawara. They can kill me. Rotating format, yeah, just like Modern has always been. I need to do this conversation. Can't they West for Otawara? Yeah, we're making them do it. We're making them do it. But yes, it does seem like they can West for Otawara. Tunnelingus with... Yeah, they get the Odawara. Alright, let's go to game 2. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was thinking of Grinning Genghis for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I never felt like after doing some testing with that card, I didn't feel like the tech was actually good. Okay, so let me cut Jirina. Let me cut Reflector Mage. Let me cut the Mariners. Sorry, maybe want to keep the Witness in. Although I'm bringing an extra 3 drops. Let's cut the cut the Reflector Mage. Oh, that's what I meant to do, and I dropped Witness away instead. Could trim 4th Norin. Don't want to trim the 4th Norin. Let's trim the 4th Norin. Maybe no, I'm actually just trim the 4th Solitude instead. Solitude's kind of mediocre against them, and I would love to just have a Norin Satoru hand. Titan Killer for Titan. Giant Killer is pretty bad in this matchup. Like, killing Primeval Titan has become a just much worse plan since the Cultivator Colossus edition, since Mirror Pool edition. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like killing a Titan is just so tough now. Is it Mariner good against Valakut? Yeah, this is not. No, it's not. It's like that is the only time Mariner has text is against Valakut, and if they're Tightening Dryad Valakuting you, a Mariner is just not going to save you. This is like, you need to prevent all that from happening first. Okay, definitely snapping this hand off. Lead on the Hallowed Fountain. The moment relying on Aether Vial to get Satoru down. They can also pay for Mariner a lot of the time. It's just like it has relevancy against that matchup, right? But it's or against that, but it's just not like the slam dunk or anything. Okay, I'm gonna name Primeval Titan first. Could name the One Ring. Could Ephemerate my Meddling Mage, maybe. Fair. So maybe I'll Ephemerate the Meddling Mage and name the One Ring, and then I could rebound Ephemerate and name Primeval Titan again. Be kind of embarrassing if they just Titan me, but seems a lot less likely than them One Ringing. Then we'll play another Vial. Pass back. Yeah, you can maybe play Steam Vents. Should probably have reworked the mana a little bit more than I did here or didn't here. Okay, so let's rebound Ephemerate on the Meddling Mage, draw a card. I think I'm going to rename Primeval Titan. Draw a card. Take this up, take this up. So I should be able to go Ziggurat, Violent Recruiter. Let's just see what we draw off the Recruiter. But I should be able to Norin and play second Meddling Mage. Norin is kind of overkill, but I've been dying to Norin. Yeah, so I grab Norin the Wary, Vial it in, draw a card, cast Ephemerate, kiss Norin goodbye. Draw another card. How many cards have we drawn off Satoru? Literally have no idea. Grab another Meddling Mage. And then I'm okay if they cast the ring this turn. I'm just going to name Dryad, I think, this time. So they can't go Dryad Valakut. Seems like the main thing they could do here. We're going to draw another card off Satoru, too. Genuinely no idea how many cards Satoru has drawn. The double Meddling Mage, particularly during a point, actually seems to play out more than not. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Oh, the One Ring? That's nice. I have Satoru. So I guess I should take this Vial up to 4, probably, so I can just have Vial in. Subtlety available. Oh. I did not mean to target the Norin. I meant to target the Recruiter. Okay, I'll just, forgo my free Meddling Mage tutor. Too many cards anyways. Okay, we will just cast this one. Okay, Cultivator Colossus. No, let's name Fire Spout, huh? we can Subtlety Cultivator. Then play another Vial. Yeah, protection from everything. Norin comes back. I draw another card. It's another Ephemerate. And they just gonna give me with Odawara. I mean, I can Vial and Subtlety. Like it doesn't seem like they're gonna have enough mana to pay 4 mana to Odawara by Meddling Mage, then cast a Primeval Titan that I can Subtlety, and then play another Primeval Titan this turn, right? Dismember seems more likely. The thing is, Dismember is more likely, but Fire Spout is more of a blowout. So leave this one on 4. Take the other 2 up. How does it work with Defense Grid? It costs more, but I can Vial it in. If you Vial it in, it doesn't matter. Okay, trigger Norin a couple times. Vial and Sud would be lethal there in the upkeep. Alright, this lethal, huh? Is it? Probably was. Probably be okay. Don't think I'm going to. You are already dead them. Let's blow up an amulet. Cycle of Norin. $30 cards deep into the deck. So unlucky drawing so many lands. Play our painless 5-color land. Yeah, we could draw 2 more cards off the Norins. Oh, are they gonna besage you my Vial? That would suck. But I have Meddling Mage on Dryad and Titan, so that would merely be step 1. Okay, so there's their Odawara, huh? I think I might as well just put this in play. Yeah, if they have Storm's Wrath, they can get me. We didn't really see like a lot of Girl Turfs game 1, did we? Oh, you know what? Sorry, you can replay this. Your turn. Hold in case they have another ring. Subtlety? I mean, I'm just gonna draw another Subtlety. I don't know. I agree. There's not like a ton of upside to putting it into play. But I might get to block a Cultivator Colossus, so like have to block a Cultivator Colossus. I can't hold up Subtlety Evoke. There are 2 defense grids in play. Okay, this was enough. Thankfully. Barely. Kind of nice that additional Norins just cycle, because the first Norin goes away, then the next Norin also goes away, but they come back together and they both draw a card. Oh, that are still scared. It's Titan's just a very scary deck. It is what it is. I kind of like Jirina. Yeah, I you know what? I kind of like Jirina too. To protect from like whatever they can have seems actually really nice. You only draw 1 card from double Norin? Why? Don't they both come back? They both come back. They both trigger Satoru. Why would we only draw 1? I think I'm mulliganing actually. This is a lot better. We'll return to you, Jirina. Don't worry. Satoru says 1 or more. They're 2 separate triggers though. They trigger separately. So 1 triggers draw, the other triggers draw. Legend will both go away. Is that not what happened last game? Maybe it's not. So 1 leaves before the other comes back. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you could keep chaining them if you have more spells to cast. Satoru, Beans, and Sky's not the same power level. Beans is probably better, but Satoru works with more stuff. But Beans, Beans just draws when it enters, so there's like, it's just like almost a card with no downside. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because the Dryad here. Casting Asmo, I don't believe triggers Satoru because you're spending a mana for it, right? Okay, pretty nice. 3 cards in their hand. Maybe cast Satoru, then Vial and Meddling Mage when maybe we get a clearer picture of what they're gonna do with their turn. I can also draw Norin or Ephemerate, which is like just better for me to do this, I think. Seems like I should just cast Meddling Mage, name Primeval Titan. Oh, although sorry, I should have Flooded Stranded though instead so I could hardcast Subtlety next turn. Is there a way to have Satoru on a combo deck with either Sam, Cat, or Malia Breakout plus Vials? Yeah, maybe all of it, maybe none of it. I don't know if you. I probably can't also play Breakout. You could though. Could take a look. Okay, so Primeval Titan is Meddling Maged. May just get got by Cultivator. Cultivator is so egregious for Titan, I feel. Just like such a ridiculous card. This is a really good draw from them. Saga Dryad, Amulet Ring. Pretty cooked. Let's move on before we make them click through too many triggers. Losing feels bad. 4 Salty, 4 Meddling Mage, but our clock's kind of slow. Titan's really broken. There's no Satoru, no Recruiter. Can send 1 back, I think. This hand has a Recruiter for Satoru. Back to Solitude. Cultivator gets boarded out so often. Why did I maybe I just don't play decks where like what matchup do you board Cultivator out in? It's just like Tron, Titan Mirror maybe. Yawgmoth maybe, I don't know. The first copy as the pack target just seems so free. Most of them, I guess I'm just always playing these like fair interactive decks where Cultivator's great. The Bowmaster matchups, sure. Counterspell matchup, there's no shot you just board out Cultivator against counterspell decks. It's like that's certainly where it's the best, right? It's bad versus Blood Moon decks. I mean, your whole deck is bad against Blood Moon decks, though. Yeah, you got. Yeah, but you can also just tank a Bowmaster too. I don't. The Cultivator Colossus is it is an egregious. It is a crazy card in that deck. Just boarding it out is crazy. You board it out in grindy matchups. That makes no sense. That's literally the best possible spot I can imagine for Cultivator, right? Like I play all these fucking grindy decks, and I'm like I can beat Ring, I can beat Dryad, I can beat Titan. I just can't beat the Cultivator. I don't know. Shadow decks are. I don't know. I feel like you should probably always have the Cultivator Colossus and and never not have it. It's kind of how I feel. For stress down, I don't know. I think it's just like it's one copy in your Summoner's Pack deck. It's like so important to be able to tutor for it. I feel. Yeah, it's just the Titan Cabal propaganda. Yeah, Cultivator. We actually board it out at every matchup. It's not good. Please, my lord, don't ban the deck. Support. Please, Cultivator. What? That card isn't even good. Mostly comes out against the decks that are heavy on interaction post board, namely blue decks or decks ton of moon effects. It's best against non-interactive decks. I as someone who plays a lot of interactive decks, like I am almost always the most scared of Cultivator Colossus post board, and I just at the moment feel like this is Titan propaganda. Ooh, they have their own Satoru. So I think I'm going to name Solitude first with my Meddling Mage. Could also Mariner, but they're probably going to have a hard time getting my creatures off the board if I name Solitude. I also have 4 Solitudes in my deck, and that's okay. Someone, 32 months, thank you, welcome back. So they persist the Solitude. This feels... I thought I would have nipped this in the bud. Like naming Ephemerate. I mean, I also have 4 Ephemerates in my deck. I don't know. Kind of awkward, right? I think now maybe we'll play the Mariner. And then potentially Vial and the Meddling Mage. Probably will. We lost a Titan. There's a reason we only play one, and it's not propaganda. It's you only play one because it's a Summoner's Pack target. It's like... I don't know. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills hearing that Titan players... I have played like more... more... Okay, I guess now I'm going to let this happen. I've played more grindy decks on this channel than anywhere else, and I don't think I've ever once in my entire life had a Titan opponent who didn't have Cultivator Colossus at me post board when I'm playing Counterspell or black base mid range decks. It's just Titan propaganda. I don't know. Just ask Canister. I'm not on DM Canister ask about Titan sideboard level, I think, but it's just crazy. I don't know. I'm watching Canister same time a ton. I don't know. I believe it. I believe that I don't think that y'all are lying. When I say that you're Titan caballing me, I'm not genuinely saying that, but it is wild to me. I think there's even a very good chance that siding it out is this often is are we sure that this is are we sure that this is the plan? Do I double block Satoru? Seems okay. It's just a spot that doesn't win on what it often does. Cultivar Colossus always wins on its own, dude. Like, this shit does not brick. Okay, my opponent's trying to persist Satoru, so maybe they're playing the build we were playing the other day. It's fine. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Again, I don't play Amulet Titan. Okay, I think they're trying to persist Satoru. It's not good versus Murktide specifically. Would be his first blue white control. Yeah, maybe I'm just just blue white control gamer, right? The Titan is very hard to cut cards with sideboard. Yeah, that's maybe more of it than like it's actually correct to cut in these matchups. Maybe it is. Again, I'm not doubting exactly. I am doubting, but it just surprises me more than anything. Boom. Guess I got real punished for my double block, huh? Did I take a Vial to 4? Probably not. I will say this: if Titan players board out Cultivator against me, I'm probably happy every single time. I'm not. I don't want to stop you guys from boarding out the Cultivator Colossus. So please forget I said anything. Okay, game 2. I think the Esper Sator shell is pretty good. Opponent seems to be playing more of a. They are playing persist, so we were playing Esper like just persist, no Archons. They may have Archons in their deck, but they're playing Teferi, Bowmaster, Thoughtseize. I know about Shardless. You can't play Shardless in a Ephemerate, Aether Vial, Norin the Wary deck probably. They want Sanctifier. I think the first Sanctifier is probably good. We also have Jirina to stop persists. I don't need to really change too much here. Mariner is really nice against Bowmaster. Let's maybe probably cut the Meddling Mages. Maybe it's just Meddling Mage for Sanctifiers. Seems kind of nice. It's probably too many Sanctifiers. Wait, one? Yeah, every day the amulet copy pasta just gets more and more true. I would love to see like another good hate card that's nice against Titan. It feels like it's been like a while since we got one. Like there's not that many 2-mana cards you can play to like that are really nice against the deck. There's like Meddling Mage, but we saw last match the problem with Meddling Mage. There's Damping Sphere, which is nice that card can go in any deck, but there's problems with Damping Sphere too. And it's just kind of tough for like, to rely on like Blood Moon effects against a deck that is just going to kill you on turn 3 a lot of the time. Okay, snapping this one off. Deck falls in half to a moon. I mean, this isn't entirely true. You have a ton of Besejus. But also like if you're just on the play as the Titan player, your opponent keeps a Blood Moon. It just is too slow a lot of the time. It's just kind of tough. Yeah, this Picker Poison's good. It's a good tool against them for sure. Yeah, I'm not a big confounding conundrum believer, unfortunately. Solitude and Subtlety also, man. I'm starting to think Solitude is just pretty mid against Titan. It's fine against them. I think a lot of the new like the Mirror Pool tech, sometimes can be playing around if you hold up the Mirror Pool activation. It's happened to me a few times. Okay, triple Vial, huh? Need to find another Satoru. Two-mana Rule of Law? Yeah, that card could be like surprisingly good. No, it's not. You just Titan, get Beseju, bounce land, Beseju it maybe. Not the worst, I suppose. I want to Vial than the Mariner, so another Thoughtseize costs more also. Yeah, Magus and Subtlety are the two best cards for sure. So trigger the ward. Yeah, Besagio was a pretty egregious card. Alright, no more cards up. They have persist. They can't effectively persist my subtlety because I just have the Mariner. I'm going to take all these up. Best draws are Recruiter and Satoru. Yeah, gonna go ahead and do this main phase. I have plenty of draws that reward me for main phasing here. Including that one. Alright, no fatal push is great. Attack for 2. Oh, okay. Opponent has to target themselves to make an orc. I guess probably could have waited on the block, but if they're double blocking here, and I've got Satoru going, and I still have another Mariner, I guess this is okay trade. Okay, why is this not? That was weird. I ordered blockers twice there. I thought maybe I misclicked something. Crazy Trio Satoru in play. Well, the thing is, Bowmasters just isn't that good against Satoru if I have double Unsettled Mariner. Like, they have to... I mean, they can make a big orc army. So they have their own Satoru here. 2 cards in their hand after this. If they can persist and draw a card. We take all of our vials up. Play this tapped. Assume opponent has 2 mana removal for Satoru. Why would we assume that? Like, there's, like, we would assume Celestial Purge. There's like almost like no two. Their removal's all like 1 or 5 mana. Prismatic Ending. Okay, maybe. Still push game 1, right? Am I misremembering? Been a long day. Oh, yeah, Drown. Okay, there's ton. Okay, Drown and Prismatic Ending. Forgot that we saw Drown in game 1. They attack. I'm going to Vial in the Subtlety and try to double block. Mag doing well. We lost a close one playing for the trophy, actually. Okay, I think against this, let's go ahead and... cash in our Subtlety. Maybe should have done this end of turn. I think I take up all of these. A Violon 2 is nice, but I think I want to be able to have 3, 4, 5 a little bit more. Okay, we draw the 4th Aether Vial. I'm gonna target the Satoru. I don't think I cared that much about the troll. Draw another land, so not able to really chain stuff together super well here. I am going to get in for 5. Go to game 3 in a second. The Menace on Satoru is really nice too. Okay, going to game 3. Yeah, it seems like a funny matchup. I think on the draw, let's go ahead and bring in the 4th Sanctifier, seeing that they are on the trolls. We had trolls in our build. Their build is different. They're playing Bowmasters, they're playing Teferi, they're playing Thoughtseize. I was kind of just trying to maximize... I don't think they're playing Subtlety necessarily either. I was trying to maximize Satoru up in the first draft. I think moving towards more generic good cards seems pretty fine. Teferi seems nice pitching to Subtlety and Solitude if you still play that. Could be good to play over. Could be good to play over the Mull Drifters, but also like the Mull Drifters, they make your persist a lot better. Like, your persist are kind of mediocre without them. They're okay. You can play less than 4 persist also, but you're kind of low on black cards for grief. A lot of ins and outs, huh? Yeah, this deck draws so many cards that the extra vials don't seem to be too big of a cost. Okay, definitely gonna snap off this one. We've also done a good job of drawing Aether Vial. I do like that you get to go like turn 3, cast Recruiter, Vial, and Satoru. It feels like a pretty good play we've been doing. Yeah, actually I have Aether Vial and Emrakul on the stream before. So Grief Pitch Bowmasters. We can't really Solitude in response here since my opponent's an Ephemerate deck. But we didn't get Ephemerated. We are getting persisted, so do I want to Solitude here? I don't think so, because I want them to not take Recruiter. Recruiter's the best card in my hand at the moment, in my opinion, so I think if they're going to take Sanctifier instead or Solitude instead, I think that probably just ends up being a good enough outcome for us. Let's see what their follow-up is here. They are playing Subtlety. First time seeing that this match. What? I don't hate that card in your deck, but against the Aether Vial deck post-board, it's not bad here. I don't know. Maybe I need to think more about that one. So we could Solitude this Grief right now. It's only a 2-1. If it was a 4-3, we'd probably need to worry about it some more. And also, like, if I'm going to Satoru next turn, I want to be able to get the card off the Solitude, maybe. So down to 16. They've got 2 cards in their hand. I think I should just be able to get... I mean, I don't have a... I actually don't have a Temple Guard in the deck. I don't think you want one. I think I just get... I mean, I could cast everything with the Ziggurat. So they are kind of telegraphing a Subtlety, so kind of like just pivoting a little bit. Where, like, if they're going to Subtlety me here, I would just prefer for them to Subtlety my Satoru instead of the Recruiter. Well, I'm not 100% sure this makes sense. I feel like it made enough sense. Okay, and if they don't have it, you know, they don't have it. Really felt like they're about to Subtlety me. I'm gonna hardcast a Solitude, maybe. So let's evoke a Solitude. Maybe we draw an Ephemerate and immediately win. Don't mind if I do. The fuck? Kidding. Just losing my mind. The Ephemerate draw is so good there. And you best believe we're gonna grab Norin the Wary. Unreal. I think we Recruiter for Eternal Witness now. Yeah, shout out to the content creator program. See ya, end of turn. Norin the Wary. Esther, thank you for the 35 months. Love you, sweetie. We're popping off here. This is going way better than I expected, by the way. I was expecting this deck to be like the sweetest deck that didn't go that well. I feel like it's been looking really good. I know we lost a match to Titan. I don't need to fear persist so much, right? I just have the next Ephemerate. Yeah, 1 card in their hand. Oh, I meant to stack the triggers so that I drew after the Solitude. I'm just so used to clicking this than clicking this, you know? Not a big deal. Okay, so Bowmasters is gone. Then I play my third Ephemerate. They have one card in their hand. So then we're also gonna get the Norin, the Norin the Wary draw. Dude, Norin is so sick. It's just like it's like 2 cards a turn cycle every turn for 1 mana with Satoru. I know everybody just wants to play 1, but it's like I feel like we just want to play 4. We're up against Selfie. Oh no. Selfie, don't make fun of my deck, please. Please, Selfie, don't make fun of my deck. Getting Groove scanned. The problem is that Satoru's Ninja Beans. Well said. So red source lets me recruit for Satoru, Violet, and draw a card. If not, we're going to have to wait a hair. It does seem like my opponent has Orcish Bowmaster up anyways. Interesting. Your turn. Would you cover draw from this guy Breach Mentor deck? We played that deck earlier this morning. It didn't go very well, but it's Grixis now, and you can find the build in the Mox field. Takes my Reflector Mage, then I take 2 damage. I would hate drawing a white card, I guess. We can take some pings, I think. Especially with the Solitude in our hand. Can still get a white card off the Recruiter. So I think because there's 2 Bowmasters in play, let's not get the Vial Recruiter for Satoru value. My intention is to just grab a bad white card to pitch, then try to go to blocks. See if my opponent has an Undying effect. No Undying effect. Take 3, down to 11. Why main phase? As a flex, perhaps? Then Legend rules Urborg. So that's why you main phase, so that you can Legend rule the Urborg. And then still use that for mana for something. So we're going to draw 2 cards here. So I'm going to hardcast the Solitude next turn. I'm going to take 1 from the rack. Well, bro, 18 months. Thank you. Welcome back. That's something for you to figure out, Sharps. I don't know. Don't really want to think about it right now. So I think I'm going to Solitude the Construct and then not block with the Solitude because I could draw Ephemerate. I'd also maybe just prefer to attack or try to trade for this construct. So taking good amount here. Okay, so let's take our... How often is selfie blocking? What's a Titan? It's kind of a tough 3 games. Playing a Ziggurat pinged us for 1. I'm playing the Ziggurat also let us hardcast Solitude. Wait, we had to play the Ziggurat. Liana pretty good here. Oh, whoops. That's not a reflecting pool. Why no swing? Well, if my opponent blocked, I thought I was going to be in kind of an awkward position. So my plan was to block the Orc army, then Ephemerate, and then I would take 0. Instead of Selfie being able to just block my Solitude, and then I have to Ephemerate, then I take 2 on the backswing. Probably dead here, though. Meddling Mage name, I am already dead. Swish, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. So we're down a game. We get to bring in 4 Sanctifiers for 4 Meddling Mages, which is nice. And then probably want at least the first copy of War Priest of Thune. I guess Loran is better. Probably want both of them. Let me cut the Reflector Mage. Kind of Norin. Jirina seems fine. Did not do very well with the draw deck, unfortunately. Short of the 4 months, thank you, welcome back. Is the fetch mana base necessary from quick rundown some numbers? Should be considered 4 Cavern, 4 Ziggurat, 4 Coast, 4 Clearing, 2 Plains. I don't know. Fetch lands, they can find you all your colors of mana. We haven't talked about this in a long time. But fetch lands can find you all your colors of mana, so they're pretty helpful in decks like this. Can't remember the last time we talked about fetch lands. You know, we have black, white, red, and blue requirements, and so I feel like a lot of times you're just going to draw your clearings, you're going to draw your canyons, you're going to draw your coast with the wrong colors. You're like not going to be able to cast your Norin turn 1. But you could build a mana base like that, and there are certainly some pros to doing so. Would you like the Meddling Mage for? Titan, but we lost the Titan. Yes. Yawgmoth 2 is pretty nice, I think. You could name Scion also, something I was thinking might end up mattering a lot in the metagame. The metagame. Yeah, just gonna leave up Ephemerate to protect Satoru. If they Liliana, we can Ephemerate the Solitude. Yeah, a Coco Satoru deck could be kind of fun to figure out. I'm not necessarily of the opinion that there's a ton there. This turn, I think I'm just going to Vial and the Mariner. Seems like it's likely pretty annoying for our opponent. Yeah, don't really mind if they have Bowmaster. I'll just respond with the Vial. It was good to cast Mariner, then Vial and Recruiter. I was thinking the instant speed Mariner mattered a good amount. So my opponent probably has Orcish Bowmaster, if they are thinking this long, which plays pretty well into my plan. We'll see if they target themselves or they target the Dauntless Voidwalker. Last time we were against Bowmaster, our opponent knew to do that. This time they're targeting me. Will they pay for Ward on Unsettled Mariner? They will. My opponent is tapped out, so I'm going to evoke the Solitude now. Have nothing to Dauntless Voidwalker. So exile this, and then Ephemerate here. Draw 3 cards. They get their Orc army, though. Mariner should basically stop anything that Swamp can do. And then we'll just go... Take up Aether Vial, Violet Imperial Recruiter, Ephemerate Imperial Recruiter to start this turn. Drew Sacred Foundry. I'm gonna grab Norin. And then probably gonna grab another Mariner. Nice pickup. Should I double Mariner? Probably. Am I going to go Norin, Mariner, Ephemerate up? Yes. Can we lose either way? No. I boarded out my Meddling Mages, but we can beat a Damnation pretty easy, I think. Our Norin will survive. We have Jirina also, potentially. I don't know if I've seen Selfie play Damnation. Maybe he has it. Thank you, Chatter, for summoning it. Yeah, I don't know. Should I... Seems like I should probably Ephemerate the Recruiter. Then grab another Satoru. And then we can do the Vial Ephemerate Recruiter trick again. You know what? Everyone made fun of Norin, but sure, boy was he wary enough. I just love the get Damnation on top with 8 cards in hand. In the draw, do I want like the first War Priest? Probably just with the Lorans. Let's go. Build this deck with a creature combo in it. Sounds like a really different deck. Oh, what creature combo? I do think you could play up Malia / Sam / that kind of shell here. Well, I'm gonna keep. How's the Ewa been? Been like pretty good. Easier to cast than you might expect, or just violin. Three cards in hand over there. The old triple Thoughtseize, huh? Let's tutor Satoru Gojo. And surely my opponent will be out of Thoughtseizes in their 8-rack deck. No Bowmaster. It's good news. Another Recruiter for Ephemerate. I feel like I already have the Ephemerate and I already have the Recruiter. Why do we need another one? What's the dynamic? Let me show you. Get a huge video or assume everything's playable. I'll be doing likely several videos on MH3. That's my current plan. Let's draw Norin the Wary. Is Norin the Wary too good for modern? This is the question we have to ask ourselves. Okay, you have 2 Fatal Pushes. Kind of anticlimactic, huh? So maybe I should have played around second Fatal Push with the Recruiter. Felt okay. Okay, bummer. I was feeling so good. Yeah, I guess I just Ephemerate the Recruiter. We're doing fine. Bye, Norin. See you later. Definitely need to sandbag lands in this matchup. 3 cards in their hand still. Always Legend Ruling Urborgs. The Fatal Push my thing, and then draw a card down to 10 life. Still have Norin, which means I still have hope. Let's put Loran. My opponent's at 10. I can tap it too. What's nice with the Norin too is it just makes like it makes another Satoru a top deck that is actually going to get value, rather than just 2 mana 2/3, which is kind of an issue with like the Dimir scam deck. Like you would just top deck Satoru, but you've already used all your resources. Punished for casting this. Yeah, we'll try a non-evoke build of this deck tomorrow, I think. The evoke plan has felt good though. Do you block here? Cannot block here, so kind of easy to choose not to. Do you understand North Korea? You can never block or attack? Yeah, that's correct. Unless you do something like dress down. It is it's kind of a joke card, but what it really says is trigger ETB effects on your turn and your opponent's turn most of the time. Do you want to keep lands in hand? Yeah, I think I can play this land. Maybe you should be, sandbagging one more. I'm not sure. Let's Solitude the Voidwalker here. Because like I may be drawing 2 cards with this Loran. I may use all my mana this turn. Yeah, I was thinking about playing it with Tiny Bones joins up too. I feel like this will be more of like a graveyard focused build with Bloodghast. The recruiters have been so good in this deck too. It's kind of like not quite Shardless Agent for Beanstalk, but does an impression. Terminus is great. I'm gonna get Satoru. I'm gonna keep this Cavern in hand for now. Present opponent didn't block a factory. Yeah, I thought they might have too. I was thinking that maybe get them tapped out. Shadow Spear is interesting. Because they are at 6. By Norin. The Power of the Flood. They've already used 3 pushes, and we have plenty of stuff for edicts, so kind of hard for them to get rid of this, right? Unless you want to go Recruiter, Witness, Ephemerate, Satoru. I didn't have that much mana. That is 8 mana, and I could have played one land. I did play a land last turn, maybe. But even if I didn't have enough. I think I didn't play a land to sandbag for the rack. I can take 6 here. Which I wasn't after taking. I see. Yeah, that would have been a sick line if we had enough mana. I feel like one very key thing for Satoru decks is what we failed to do in the Dimir scam build is just make sure that you have like these sick top decks like Recruiter, or like if you have Norin the Wary, Satoru is just always going to be a nice draw. Norin the Wary, of course, not the best draw by itself. So I can attack with Satoru. I can also attack with this. They have the Mishra's Factory, but I have the Solitude now. Yeah, this is what it's not very often I feel like Imperial Recruiter is like good modern card, but in this list it kind of does feel that way. So yeah, let's go ahead and exile the Construct before 4 blocks here. Between Norin, Satoru, Loran, how close are you to unlocking Mox Amber? I mean, you know I hate Mox Amber, but you could register that card. Totally okay to make this trade also, I think. Has Menace. Ooh, don't see that often. Cool. Mishra's Factory tapping for black to not dead after all is super special. So I'm at 9, and then Norn, welcome back again. Three cards over there. So they are main phasing, not dead after all, targeting Grief. Maybe this is to get card out of their hand for Castle Lock Dwayne. Damnation. So I don't think I should lure in here and just like put a good card in their hand. Very good Damnation though. They still have Factory, Castle Lock Dwayne, Shadow Spear. I just have Norin. I have a lot of good top decks though. This one is okay. Think I should probably keep all 3 lands in hand for the rack. Witness, Recruiter, Ephemerate. Feels like you had to draw Loran and hope you get lucky because you had you had to draw Loran and hope you get lucky because you have 2 dead in 2 hits. I can't draw with Loran there because if I draw a card, my opponent has a Grief coming here. So like if I draw a good card, they're just gonna take it, and there's no point in tapping the Loran there. Unless I draw like exactly Ephemerate, I guess. A lot of live top decks. Not that one. Good game. I mean, this hand is bad. I'll just mulligan. Yeah, Malira is kind of interesting. Malira is kind of interesting as like a scam effect. Or you could also play Charming Prince too. Okay, mulligan my sick Aether Vial hand. Is also in a mold of 5, so we're gonna put back Ancient Ziggurat and Ephemerate number 2. I think. We draw a blue card, we get to have a subtlety up with the Satoru turn, which is kind of nice. Swamp Go on the mold of 5. Some of my favorite games to play in Modern are like low resource games out of non-broken decks. Are there any combos that we play in a show like this? I mean, Satoru is the combo. The combo is like draw your deck and then evoke them out of the game. Will my opponent Fatal Push? Just cast a Dathi Voidwalker opponent. Suspended Profane Tutor. I guess I actually don't need to cast Satoru here. I was about to sing for my Satoru to live, but I could just wait until I have Ephemerate up next turn. The top deck Thoughtseize, we get Thoughtseized, but what if we played around? Goodbye, Norin. Lemon with the 2 years. Thank you. Welcome back. Come on. Beat a Fatal Push. Stupid Edict. Okay, long stream. Let's go to game 2. Sorry, I could have drawn a Satoru maybe, but let's go to game 2. Been a long day. I'm gonna bring in my protection from black creatures. I'm gonna cut these Meddling Mages. I'm gonna pray for Jirina. Updated Warriors list? I don't know. I kind of like the Esper Persist Satoru deck where you just kind of you just remove the lootings and you remove the Traxes and your deck is like lean mean and draws a million cards and is pretty broken. And I don't know if you want to be leaning more into the Stoneblade elements. I don't know if you want to play Teferi, but I want to play some more of that deck. That deck seemed really nice. Yeah, I do think Insatiable Avarice can go into Coffers, so I was thinking about trying to play green-black Coffers with Avarice and Pillage the Bog, and for some reason I'm not that excited about it, despite getting to play like 6 to 8 new cards in the deck. We'll see. Thoughts of the Whitetron list? I don't know. I don't really get that deck, but I appreciate the effort it puts in. That makes sense. What if see Recruiter and Spell Secret Image 3? I think we could probably see both those cards. I think that they were scared to put Recruiter of the Guard into Modern when they printed Imperial Recruiter, and I think at this point in time we can say that Recruiter of the Guard would probably be pretty fine. Everything was just so different, you know. Yeah, Dryad River with Satoru is kind of interesting. I also want to play a graveyard focus build. Maybe tomorrow's like all Satoru. I liked the Magda deck we played earlier was sick too. We lost a heartbreaking trophy. Been a great stream today. Wasn't your advice to not make elementals fetchable with Recruiter? No, I didn't consult on MH2. I do think it's good. I think for a long time I felt like it's good that you can't like recruit for Solitude or recruit for Grief, but I think it would maybe just be fine. You may be thinking of I did consult on Stern Scolding to have it say power or toughness 2 or less. Well, it was mostly for Lurrus at the time. All right, they are taking an Imperial Recruiter from me. Yeah, Satoru month. Yeah, we will be playing a lot of Satoru on the channel. I know it's just like first week of set release. I always get so giddy, and it's also my little sister's birthday this weekend, so I'm not streaming a challenge this weekend. Yeah, the longer streams have been awesome. I've been really enjoying them. And it's nice. It's easier to do these longer streams when I don't have to like play test much off stream, because I like to play these decks the first like week or two on stream just so we can all see them together, see what the new cards look like together, and then I just get to play longer on stream and just deck build off stream. Don't have to actually play. Okay, so I'm going to cast Imperial Recruiter. I'm going to tutor Satoru Gojo. Be very happy. Oh. I don't think there's really much I can do about this, but just see what I draw. This should say target opponent, by the way. Screw you, EDH. Yeah, let's just hold up Ephemerate again. Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, I'm caught up, baby. Caught up after being an anime only fan season 2. I could not stand all of the spoilers being posted constantly online. So I read all of it, and then I realized after I read all of it that a big chunk of the things I thought were spoilers, and I did experience some real big spoilers, but a big chunk of what I thought were spoilers were actually fan theories. So I had to issue a formal apology to all the Jujutsu Kaisen teenagers who I was mad at for spoiling for me. The last chapter came out last night. I have not read the very most recent one. I saw that there was a leak thread, and I usually wait for the official thread. I guess let's go and play around another edict here. They may be with main phase, but I can just, make sure they don't get to use any mana on their turn. Although I missed my opportunity to Norin. It's just over. Thoughts on running Jace and Goros again if there are fewer hits with Archaeologists running for Satoru. I mean, is there room? Like, are you not just like mostly cutting archaeologists for Satoru? Like, I don't know. You could maybe find room for it, but it doesn't necessarily feel like there is room. Do you think we'll get the White Recruiter soon? I don't know. I'm just excited for MH3. I'm not trying to open my Christmas presents early. I'm just trying to like open them when Papa Hasbro says it's time to come downstairs. You know what I mean? I think it's about time to cast this Ephemerate too. Yeah, I'm currently opening the present I got for my birthday, Outlaws of Thunder Junction, and I don't need more presents yet. Yeah, Archaeologist is that is True Nation. Archaeologist is really good. Maybe I think cutting it is maybe wrong. All right, let's get this Eternal Witness. Dude, literally, how are they supposed to beat this? I think how they beat this is Damnation. So let's find Jirina off of this recruiter and keep drawing cards. Why do people want to run Satoru and Archaeologist same deck? Seem like contradictory cards when one's creatures are the one's non-creatures. Yeah. I think you can play both. Like Archaeologist, you Ephemerate it with a Satoru in play, draw a card. But yeah, I agree for the most part that you kind of want to play one or the other in that deck. You could play a split. I kind of think that with Satoru though, like you just kind of I liked the build we had that just wasn't really leaning into the reanimator elements. The Witness was a really good suggestion, chat. Okay, so I don't need to Ephemerate a land anymore. So rude. My value! Opponent, I was trying to have fun. I should have ruled 0, no graveyard hate. I say this like half the times that I cast Jirina, which admittedly is not that often. We actually have to exile the Cling to Dust. Is that there's a rapper that I just remember from like the 2010s whose name was Jirina. And every time I cast Jirina, I hear the Jirina songs in my head. Alright, Post got 3 cards. The One Ring. The One Ring wishes it could draw as many cards as Satoru. Yeah, those songs are so old, it feels. Yeah, I remember the Hail to the Chief. I remember liking that one. I don't know if I would still be super into it. Maybe I would. They're going after my Jirina. So we could maybe find Ephemerate for Eternal Witness to... Ephemerate for Eternal Witness too. Protect against Damnation. Do I have a rebound or... No? Really? Okay, so they have Ring Protection. They got 2 cards in their hand also. I draw another Satoru. I'm going to Violent Recruiter. Right now I'm thinking I'm going to grab Norin, but let's see what we draw off Satoru. Cavern of Souls. I have a pitch. Guess I want to leave up Ephemerate if I draw them. Or 2 Ephemerates if I draw 2. I can pitch Satoru here to Subtlety. B Rocco with 32 months. Thank you. Welcome back. So they have Damnation. They have Damnation. Maybe I get to eat lunch after nearly 7 hours. Reminisce about Jirina and 2024 is not that I was expecting to stream. Yeah, I know. I remember liking Jirina back in the day. I don't think I've ever heard anybody talk about him IRL or anything. It was pretty good. It was okay. But like every time I cast Jirina, I just think of Jirina. Keeping one of Meddling Mage. Yeah, maybe. This feels really first drafty to me. I know like we changed a bunch of stuff in the middle of the stream before we even played. Kellen joins up with Norin, or is the weenie beat up enough? I mean, the weenie beat up is good enough if you're like interacting with your opponent. But with Kellen joins up, you want to get the counters, right? The counters, yeah, maybe. There's a lot to do with the new set. It's really exciting. You could maybe Kellen joins up in the like Bant build with Cosmic Rebirth and Satoru in the Eternal Witness, and oh boy, that sounds sick. We have 4 Solitudes in the deck. Definitely, we have a bunch of Azorius 2-drops, so we get to play 4 Subtlety for Solitude. We have 4 Mariner and 4 Meddling Mage as our Azorius 2-drops. Norin, please give me a card. And there's speak of the Solitude, I guess. Why don't we just take this up to 4? I want to find an Ephemerate to get my Jirina back, but while they dig for their damnation. It's kind of weird. I think I am just digging for Ephemerate for Witness for damnation for Jirina for damnation, because that seems like I'm gonna win if they don't draw damnation. If I don't do this, I'm gonna lose otherwise. Maybe I should keep one. So I should keep 1 Subtlety for Karn though. Oh, they also kept the old ring. That's kind of interesting. How does Spike beat Metic Massacre? Oh, maybe sideboard some Force Negations. Are those there mostly to pitch? I mean, not mostly. What's nice is you cast them on turn 2 and they're good, and you pitch them, they're good. You want both. Okay, lunchtime. I feel like the deck, I know we 2-3, but I feel like the deck was doing a lot of really powerful things for what feels like a very, very rough draft. Tomorrow, I'm going to have the humans built for sure. I'm going to try to work on this update. I'm going to try to work on the ninjas list. I may update the Esper build, but Satoru is... Magda's good. Magda's nice. Like, the Magda deck we played earlier, we almost trophied, and that was exciting. Like, Satoru is, like, a broken card that your decks have to look like this for it to be broken. But Satoru is like ridiculous if your deck looks like this. You can obviously tone it down some, and like the Esper build that we played first was kind of like that, like toned down. It was an early concession. Yeah, listen, I'm 7 hours in. I'm eating lunch. That was a lunch concession chat. We're also like incredibly dead. Can see if you flash in Solitude, so it had a ring on 3. It's a lunchtime concession.